ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing tonight? In this video, I'm just gonna, explain the top 5 stoner pet peeves that, I have, whenever I smoke with people or by myself, whenever, like, whenever I'm smoking. These are like the annoying part about smoking, pretty much. That's how I'm gonna explain it. So, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I hope you got your munchies, whatever you're smoking on or whatever you're chilling on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go right into this right now. Okay, now the first smoke pet peeve I want to talk about when I'm smoking with people is if you have the blunt burning in your hand and you're telling me a huge story, you know what I'm saying? Or you keep talking and talking and talking, especially if it's the joint that I rolled, you know what I'm saying? And I, invited you to the sesh or invited you to my place, and you're, holding the blunt and, letting it burn. I'm gonna call you out for that because you know what I'm saying, like you're burning off my weed or your weed too, like you're just wasting the weed at that point and you're kind of wasting the stash damn near when you do that. So if you're the type of person that does that, try to like immediately like pass the blunt immediately after you take like your second rip or last rip and you don't plan on taking any more, or if you have something to say, try to like make sure you pass it on to the next person so that way they can have their turn and they won't get too annoyed about it, you know what I'm saying? So now the second for smoking pet peeve that I have that whenever I'm smoking by myself or with people is coughing. Now, yeah, you're supposed to cough to, whenever you smoke. I'm talking about a cough fit. Like, you just have no idea what you're doing and you're just coughing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because when you've been smoking for a while, like I have or other people, you kind of learn that breathing method. Sit before you rip. That's one tip about it. And after you take that rip, breathe through your nose and keep your back straight. Let your chest expand slowly and then just unbreathe. If you cough a little, you're gonna, still cough a bit. It depends on the type of rip you're taking. If you're taking a bong rip, yeah, you are, it's gonna be a lot harder to not cough because you're normally really hot. If it's like a dab, yeah, and you can lower the temperature, you know what I'm saying? It's much, much easier to practice with dabbing or vaping. Not vaping, I would just say dabbing because carts, no matter what, they'll make you cough. Like, I'm sorry, besides the topic. F carts, they make me cough no matter what. That's the biggest pet peeve about, smoking in general is just coughing every single time that you hit. Like, it makes me not enjoy the process of getting high. Now, unless if it's minimal, you know what I'm saying? If it's like minimal coughing that I do, then I don't mind it too much. But if I'm like, having a cough fit or someone else is having a cough fit, then it's like, damn, like, like that's really, really annoying. Now, another stoner pet peeve that I really hate, personally, whenever, when I'm smoking or if the people are smoking, is asking me or other people, am I high? Like, no shit. What are you, my mother? What are you, a cop, an FBI agent? You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'm not even going to want to answer that question because I feel like you're trying to get me into trouble or some shit. You know what I'm saying? When people, automatically, especially people that don't smoke, they'll be like, are you high? Or are you high? Are you high? Like in real life, like, whenever, like, you're talking to somebody, like one of your close friends or that don't smoke or blah, 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 they'll be like, are you high or are you high? I'm like, no shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want. It's not killing me and it's not killing you, but yeah, that's another pet peeve is when, other people, like, I'm not talking about people in the group, like that smoking in a sesh, like, how, if it's like your first couple times smoking, like, or like, your first time in a while smoking in a group, that is the only appropriate time, in my opinion, asking, like, yo, like, are we high? Or, yo, like, is this getting us? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's only if it's, like, your first time or a couple times, like, if you're not experienced, like, at all. That, you only can say that, like, one time without, other people getting annoyed about it. In the group, like, if it's your first time. Now, this is a personal stoner pet peeve, or, like, or, if it's, like, a pet peeve for yourself, too, is if I smoke a lot, especially, like, in the beginning of the day, like, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I take cat naps, quote unquote, meaning if I take a nap, I'm going to sleep for at least 2-3 hours or even 4 hours at most. It depends how much I've smoked or the amount of dabs I did. I think the last time I took like a cat nap, like a long cat nap, was like when I like back when I had like a lot of dabs, I would take a bunch of dabs a day, and I would take a couple naps, or if I have like really strong edibles, like if I take them at a wrong time of the day, yeah, I am gonna like take a nap. That's the only time nowadays I take cat naps. Nowadays I go to the gym, I take pre-workout, and the caffeine and shit. It's hard for me to really take a nap nowadays, unless it's a twist. If I take a rest day, or if it's another twist, if I have like really, really good product, that will really put me on my ass, Or well, no, this ain't true for shrooms. Shrooms I do it normally later in the day, and I take and then knock out immediately. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like time naps, like we want to use that time to really like make the most of our day. Like read a book, whatever, or like go to work, make money, make content, whatever you do. We want to make the most of our little free time that we have. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's like weekend, if it's like the only free time you have is on a weekend, you definitely kind of want to make the most of it. It is okay to rest, what I'm saying? Have one rest day. But, if it's like 3, 4 day, 5 day weekends, like, you want to make the most of it, in some kind of way, doing something that you like to do, other than just sleeping all day. Honorable mention, another small stoner pet peeve is when you pull up with a cart. You know what I'm saying? If like nobody fucks with carts, dude. Unless if you're in high school, you know what I'm saying? That's when it's okay to pull up with a cart. Or if you're in college, like a freshman in college, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like cool, because you have to be indoors. But like if we're like grown ups, yeah, right? And you have like nothing to throw in but a cart, I don't want to smoke on, something that you've been chiefing on for like 3 days, like especially to only get high at in a sesh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take a puff or two, but I'm not gonna sesh on your cart and, pass it back and forth. And that ain't gonna happen. I'm not getting high out of that. If I'm being honest. Like, even if I do get high, it's like a light high, like a head high, like, I don't know. Carts just don't hit the same for me anymore. That's why I'm like, yeah, like if you're pulling up with a cart, and that's how you're contributing to the sesh, I'm not counting that, like weirdly, because you're a personal pen. It's your personal property at the same time. A joint isn't really personal because it's like it depends who rolled it and whose weed is it. You can always just pass that shit back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But a cart is like, yeah, that's just like more intimate. You know what I'm saying? I guess. Pause. Now, the last but not least is when you steal lighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like in my place or if I'm in anyone else's place, I try really hard not to take their lighter. And if I did accidentally take the lighter, I immediately text them. I'm like, yo, I have your lighter. Oh, you left your lighter here, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're looking for that shit. Or, yeah, that's what I normally do. Like, yeah, if I'm like at an event, like, yeah, if I'm at an event, there's actually a lighter right there, I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it could be anybody's. You can always get another one. But if you're at my place, I'm not stealing your lighter. Like if we're smoking together, you're my friend, I'm not stealing your lighter. If anything, I'll ask you to borrow it. Like during the sesh, I'll be like, yo, let me borrow your lighter. I don't have my lighter around. Blah blah blah. Yeah, like that's the most I'll do is just actually to borrow it. But if people steal my lighters, I get super annoyed, especially if it's like my last lighter or 2 lighters that I have, then it's like shit, I gotta go all the way to a store. Now that I live in Brooklyn, it's a long 10-minute walk to the store now because Brooklyn has longer streets. So when I have to do that, while I'm trying to smoke or about to smoke, I get annoyed, really annoyed. But, yeah, extra cardio, whatever, extra, calories burnt, whatever. But just for papers, not for papers, just for a lighter, nah. Alright, y'all, that was the video, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of just want to put up the type of content where I'm just kind of honest and you guys can kind of learn from me or my experience, or if you can relate to this video, that's cool. You know, that could be good, you know, entertainment for you. But you know, like if you wanna follow me on other social medias, I'll put my Instagram, like at least my tag in the comments. I'll try to leave a link in the comments, but I'll mainly just put the tag in the comments and in the video. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys for watching the whole video through, taking the time out of your day, and I'll see you guys later. All right, peace out.